Here we are at New Hampshire Motor Speedway up in New England for the running of the Sunoco 200 in the next Pennzoil Truck Series race. On the pole, you have Jeff Bright in the 3, 2 is outside the 2 of Eli Bright. In third, you have Cortez Newman. Fourth is Roland Emmerich. And rounding out the top 5, got Joe Jefferson. James Barker ends up 6th. 7th, Jake Moss. 8th, Junior Ramos. 9th, Cara Friesen. And rounding out the top 10, you got Cynthia Bright. And the rest of the field goes Alexander Rowe and EJ Reed. There's Isaac Nichols and Josh Mito. Points leader Luke Rainey, and then got Jason Larkin, who is inside. Trey Rainey and then Julius Anderson, Luigi Octavo and Brandon Thunder. They got Ray Sir and JJ Reed, Tim Gary and Code Luigi, then Adam Lewis and Laughter Stu Cole, Bentley Pierce and Josiah Kaufman, then Michael Cantone and Alex Stewart, Derek Hamill and Taylor Brian Price, Ivy Hernandez and Jeremy Heath, and then right off the field, you got Noah Ely and Max Anderson in row number 18 in the 35th and 36th positions. Track position really big here at New Hampshire's. Passing is at a limit. Let's now go down track side for the command.
Take a nice deep breath, buddy. Settle in, relax. Give your seatbelt a slow tug and tug on your steering wheel one more time for me. Good luck, bud. We'll see you at the end of this deal.
36 trucks fire up here at New Hampshire and roll off to do battle for 30 laps around this 1 mile flat oval, the magic mile, where a lot can happen. In the past, we've seen clean races. In the past, we've seen wild races with tons of wrecks as the pace car makes the left-hand turn into pit road. About to go green here in the Sunoco 200. Jeff Bright and Eli Bright, all Bright front row. Green flag in the air. We're racing here at New Hampshire. Down the backstretch they come for the first time. Jeff Bright gets clear. Then you got Cortez Newman and Eli Bright in a side-by-side battle for second position. Newman drives it down to the bottom. Eli Bright with the run into the top lane. Newman with the drive off, however. And off of 4. Jeff Bright leads lap 1. Cortez Newman to second. Joe Jefferson now looking for third. Now you saw the back of that field on the start. It was very spread out as they were still going through the corner. But nothing came of that, and everyone got into line. And no penalties. Front 3 clear. Then you got Roland Emmerich and Joe Jefferson in a side-by-side battle. This is for the 4th position. Emmerich, with a great run down the straightaway, was able to clear that 9 truck as they hit 3 and 4. Now Jefferson trying to keep it down low and try and keep his top 5 spot. However, the run off the top very big right now as James Barker clears for the 5th position. Joe Jefferson slides up, and Jake Moss go right down to the bottom of the number 99 truck. Yeah, Moss making that bottom lane works. Maybe the 9 truck is just a little bit slower. He's falling back right now. Cynthia Bright also on the bottom lane trying to make a charge. There you got a lot of RCR trucks up towards the front. You got the 22 and the 33 right here battling inside the top 10. They've got the 2 and the 3 battling inside the top 3. As for the race lead, Cortez Newman trying to close in on Jeff Bright. He's been just a little bit faster the last few laps. He was 0.2 faster the last time by. But once you get into that dirty air, once you get really close to the truck in front, the dirty air really does take over, and that's when you start to see a lot of trucks kind of fall off, and they start falling back, and very hard to make passes here. Behind them, sliding up, James Barker. That's the one way to make a pass. You have to slide up and take that guy's lane away. That's what Barker did to Emmerich, and he might be able to complete the pass into turn 1 right here. Yeah, that was a textbook move there by Barker. Slide up, take that guy's lane away. And he'll have to check up just a little bit more. You get right on by, and look at that. Nice move there by Barker. Oh, Emmerich with a nice crossover down the back straightaway here. He comes back to the inside. He's not giving up quite yet. And he might have to give up right here. Barker with a great run. Yeah, Emmerich couldn't get it done right there. For the race lead, caution has come out. So... oh, big wreck. I think they wreck coming back to the caution flag. As they're piled up everywhere off turn number 4, but I think Josh Schmidl went around on the back straightaway, but they just piled up coming back to the caution flag. So let's see what happened first to Samito, then we'll see what happened off of turn number 4. So running just outside the top 10, entering turn 3, there's Josh Schmidl in the 0-2, the 29 of Isaac Nichols. Samito drives it down to the bottom. Nichols, I think, tried to fill into that hole, tried to outbrake Luke Rainey and outbraked Rainey too much and put Smito hard. into the outside wall. Luckily, no one else hit him, as we'll look at that in real time first. Then I think Nichols kind of spun into the pack. I think he tried to get into that hole, but he might have just misjudged the size of the hole there and got right into the O2, and then, oh gosh. He saves it off of that, and then coming off of turn number 4, 4 wide, Carter Friesen, Jason Larker, Julius Harrison, Isaac Nichols is going to get turned right here with Larker and Friesen hard into the outside wall. Lee Jack Tavo, Tim Gary, Trey Rainey up on his side and up and over. What a wild ride for that number 18. I'm trying to see all the trucks actually involved. I think Nichols' teammate, Adam Lewis, is up there. Brandon Thunder, possibly a lot of the Red Horse trucks. Look at this in real time now. 4 wide, just not good right there. Lee Jack Tavo does get some damage. Tim Gary, Code Luigi, hit the flipping 18 truck. Alex Stewart, I think, drove through the middle of it all. My, oh my. What a mess that was. Let's go on board with Isaac Nichols, see him kind of misjudge the hole, and then we'll go and look at the crash from his onboard as well. If Nichols probably would just stayed high up against the wall, we wouldn't have had that secondary accident, but I don't, maybe Aspire didn't tell him that they were coming 3 wide below him. So Jeff Bright led us back to the stripe. They will stay out, and the 3 truck lead us back to the green flag. Coming back green just before the third way through the race on lap number 10. Michael Canto, his bad season continues. He has retired from this race. Joe Jefferson had a really big problem under caution. He pulled down low, came to pit road. Now he's going to restart 35th at the back of the field behind these damaged trucks. We've talked about track position being big, and that's a shame for the 9 truck. Up inside the top 10, then that happens. Pace truck is in, green flag back in the air. Jeff Bright steps on the gas. Cortez Newman behind in second. Eli Bright, James Barker, and Roland Emmerich in the top 5. Newman with the peak. 3 wide for the race lead. Eli Bright with the move first. Newman to the middle. Jeff Bright all the way up top. As they come down the back straightaway, still 3 wide for the race lead. Eli Bright, however, had to let off. He's going to get back up in line. Jeff Bright got a great run off the top lane. Cortez Newman drives into 3 and 4. Can he make it stick down low? Fighting hard to get to the race lead. Newman and Bright are still side by side. I believe Newman may have led that lap. 20 laps of racing to go. Still side by side. This brought Eli Bright and James Barker to the battle now. What a great race. This is for the front spot. Jeff Bright, however, I think he might have cleared him right there. Got a great run off the top. Newman's going to bury it into 3 and 4. Not going to work for him. Oh, he got a great run that time. Not going to work for him. Jeff Bright clears. He's back to the race lead. But it's not for worry. Oh my gosh. Cortez Newman could have gotten right on by him and gotten his 2nd win of the season right there. Now as they come down the back straightaway, the front 5 are clear. 3 of which are Brights. I believe first is Jeff Bright, second Eli Bright, and 5th is Cynthia Bright. What a great run for the Brights and for Richard Childress as a whole. Here comes Cynthia to the inside. Barker almost bumped Barker up the track. I believe James saved the truck though. And how about that? Who's just joined the top 10? Luke Rainey in the 88 up to the 8th position. As we look up ahead, once again, Cortez Newman got a run on Jeff Bright. That 10 truck does look strong. But down the backstretch, the run off the top, very big for Jeff Bright. But if Newman can stay close, he can dive it into 3 and 4 right here. Not going to happen once again. That 10 truck does look just a little bit better than the 3. But he's going to need some help to get by that 3. Possibly try and slide Bright up the track. Battle for 3rd is on. James Barker making his charge back up to the front. Eli Bright moves to the high side. Cynthia Bright is also up there. Roland Emmerich going to try and fill the hole to the bottom. Cynthia Bright's going to push Eli high. I believe Eli will get clear, however, Cynthia moves back up in line. So Eli Bright falls to 4th, James Barker up to 3rd now. But as we mentioned, for this battle for the lead, Luke Rainey has joined the top 10. He's right now in the 8th position. Great day for your points leader, once again trying to extend his points lead over Avi Hernandez in the 92, who is right now running in the 25th position with some damage on that 92 truck, I believe. So be a great run for him if he could If Luke could finish up there and Javier finish back there, as you can see, Trey Rainey is actually still out on track. That truck went tumbling, and he's still out on track. Jason Larker without a nose is also still out there. No real battles. Eli Bright and Cynthia Bright getting pretty close. I thought Cynthia was going to give Eli the bumper as they come off turn 4 this time. Halfway through the race, 15 down, 15 to go. Jeff Bright continues to lead. He's led every lap so far and trying to finish the deal off. He will at least be tied to lead the most lap. Actually, Cortez Zoom led a lap in the middle of that whole sequence when they were side by side. So Jeff Bright has not led all the laps. He's led most of the laps, a majority. As we look at the battle for 4th now, Cynthia makes the move down the backstretch into turn 3. Drives it down to the bottom. Eli Bright on the top, trying to get a great run off the corner. DJ Reed looking to make a move on Roland Emmerich. He's right now just waiting right behind that 13 truck. See right now the top 11 are in this battle. Tim Gary, Jake Moss, Alexander Rowe battling for the 9th position. Up ahead, James Barker going for second. That 68 does look fast, but can he get by a race leader, Jeff Bright? First, he has to complete the pass on Cortez Newman, which is going to be hard. He does have a fast truck, but the inside lane just not working for a lot of these drivers. Newman, that truck rotated very well that time through 1 and 2. Actually closed up on the 3 truck of Jeff Bright just a little bit. See a battle back there. Luke Rainey moving underneath DJ Reed. Couldn't get anything done there. And then further back, you got Tim Gary and Alexander Rowe battling for a top 10. Gary's going to slide back up. So see everyone basically single filed out here. Just trying to find a place to make a pass, which is very hard to do. And I don't believe any lap trucks are going to affect it. Jason Larker is a little bit slower on the straightaways, but in the corner it's fine because they go down to about 100 into the corners. You can see right there 100. Some even get below. Yeah, right there 99, 98. 11 laps to go. Jeff Bright trying to close off a dominating performance. This battle for 4th back on. Cynthia Bright and Eli Bright are still battling. Eli won the race at Texas to try and make the chase. He has to try now and hang on to his points position, get up a little bit higher maybe even, to try and use his win to get into the chase. Only 10 winners, remember, get in. And we're getting close to that threshold. And battling for every point he can right now, trying to keep ahead of another Bright, Cynthia. Oh, Lee Jack Table got pretty high, up against the wall, almost got spun out. Luckily, he did not. He saved it. There's 10 laps to go. Behind them, there goes Luke Rainey, your points leader. For 7th underneath DJ Reed. We've talked about Luke Rainey, very consistent all season, very consistent his whole Pennzoil Truck Series career. When does he find victory lane, and does he do it this season? Can he do it before the chase? Because nothing's a guarantee. He could be the points leader now, but in 2 races he could fall down to 3rd, 4th in points. So he really has to get a win just to, as security, to be sure that he does make the chase, even if something happens. Because I bet if he does get a win, he would definitely be one of the 10 highest drivers with wins. Once again, Cynthia underneath Eli. And all this battle for 4th is allowing the front 3 to pull away. So right now it's a 3-horse race. James Barker has kind of let off that battle as they come to 8 to go this time. Tim Gary finally is going to make the pass, and Alexander Rowe moves the 4 truck to the top 10. Rowe going to try and do a crossover on him. What great battles this is. And then right outside this battle, you got Racer in the 09. He stole a victory last race at Dover over the 6 truck of Alex Stewart. Sir right now trying to back up that run with the top 10. He's right now in the 12th position. A decent day for that 09 truck. He drives it to the outside of Rowe, trying to get that 11th position on the outside. As we look ahead at another battle. This time Cynthia Bright might have it. Eli Bright just a little bit high off of turn number 4. However, got a great run. Can Cynthia complete the pass in 1 and 2? 7 to go. Cortez is on the back bumper. Jeff Bright up there. Side by side for 4th. What great racing that is between 2 Brights and 2 teammates. See how much the outside really works here. 6 laps to go here at New Hampshire. Behind the battle for 4th, a big stack up of trucks. The battle behind Roland Emmerich. Luke Rainey's going to get by DJ Reed for 7th. Yeah, DJ kind of a little bit slower there. He's actually holding up Jake Moss right now. And Tim Gary's going to try and get by both of them. Roland Emmerich slides up in line right in front of Luke Rainey. Rainey pushing that 13 down the backstretch. Here comes DJ Reed once again back underneath Luke Rainey, trying to do it anyway. Come to 5 laps to go. The battles back here are great. 4th on back. Cynthia Bright's gotten to 4th. Eli Bright back to 5th. Lap truck is ahead. They might catch him. Here comes Luke Rainey on Roland Emmerich for 6th. 88's making a charge here late. So now if the caution comes out, the race is over. So you have to remember that. There are some lap trucks ahead. How does that play a factor in this race, and does it? Here's the battle for the race lead coming to 4 laps to go. Jeff Bright still has it. Cortez Newman tried the high sign 3 and 4. It didn't work for him. He's going to duck back down to the bottom. As Luke Rainey and Roland Emmerich still bound for the 6th position behind. 4 to go. Newman trying everything he can to try and get around that 3 truck. Down the back straightaway. Luke Rainey might have the 6th position right there, as he has gotten a great run on Roland Emmerich that time. Newman with a little bump into the corner from Barker was able to hang on to it. Luke Rainey, I believe, is going to grab the 6th position right here. You got a great run. Rainey to 6th. Your points leader showing muscle. 3 to go. And lap truck ahead is Jason Larker. Remember what we said, they're not really beating him in the corners, but on the straightaways they are absolutely beating him. Same with kind of Trey Rainey up there. Rainey's truck was upside down. I'm surprised it's even still running. The front about 10, 11, 12 trucks in line, coming to 2 laps to go, and when they hit that will be 2 miles left. The flat 1 mile magic mile. And who does it make magic for here today? 2 to go. Jeff Bright has dominated this race. He's led all but about 1 or 2 laps. He's trying to close it out and lead the last one as he comes off turn number 2 down the backstretch. The lap truck of Jason Larker is ahead. Will they catch him on the white flag lap, or will they just miss him as they go into 3 and 4, come into the white flag? This race will definitely finish under green now as they come off turn number 4. White flag is shown for Jeff Bright one more time around New Hampshire. Jason Larker is ahead. Bright moves down to the bottom lane. It was a little bit of a bad entry into the corner. Newman is on the back bumper. But can he make the pass as they come down the back straightaway? Larker is ahead. Bright goes to the bottom. Luke Rainey to the bottom of Eli Bright behind as they hit 3 and 4. Bright has cleared Larker. Newman trying everything he can. He drives into the corner. To the back bumper of the 3. Not going to be enough off turn number 4. Jeff Bright dominates here at the Magic Mile to win the Sunoco 200. Jeff Bright, what a great victory that was for that 3 team. They needed that for sure, as they were down towards the bottom of the points list of victory. And does it get them into the chase for the Pennzoil Truck Series Season number 2? Jeff Bright wins it over Cortez Newman, but Newman tried and gave it his all. What a great race that was to the finish. Now let's go and check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Sunoco 200 in New Hampshire. There was 1 caution flag for 4 laps, 2 lead changes among 2 different drivers. Jeff Bright starts on pole, leads 29 of 30 laps to get the victory. Cortez Newman almost got by Jeff Bright on the restart. He's going to have to settle for second. He did lead a lap, though, once he was side by side with Bright. Cynthia Bright ends up in 3rd, so she actually charged there in the last lap to get by James Barker, who falls to 4th. And Luke Rainey, points leader, does get by Eli Bright. Rainey ends up in the 5th position. So there is your top 20. See Eli Bright in 6th, DJ Reed 7th, Roland Emmerich, Tim Gary, and Jake Moss round out the top 10. Racer backs up a victory at Dover with an 11th place run here today. Not too bad for that 09 team. Avi Hernandez, we said, was second in points coming into the day. He ends up 17th, and he actually loses that second place in points to the 10 of Cortez Newman. Luke Rainey keeps the points lead and actually extends it by a lot. I see Michael Canto retired from that accident. Tough season for the A4 team overall. This is not what they need. Jason Larker falls a lap down. Trey Rainey was upside down. He was actually able to continue the race and finish it. Luigi Octavo is one of them up there in points. He ends up 27th, just not the day he won. He was involved in the crash. He got some damage. He was towards the back of the pack, and he ends up back there. And just not able to make passes at this place. Now let's go look at the point standings. So here are the point standings after 8 races. Luke Rainey keeps that points lead, his 7th top 10 of the season in 8 starts. He has a 140-point lead over Cortez Newman, who is now up to 2nd. Javier Hernandez is now up to 3rd. Tim Gary up to 4th, and Lee Jack Table falls to 5th. They got Roland Emmerich in 6th, Joe Jefferson in 7th, Taylor Bryan Price 8th, Racer in 9th, and James Barker rounds out the top 10. So there's your top 20. Remember how I think last race it was, we said all 3 Brights were below 20th in points. Eli moves up to 18th, Cynthia up to 17th, and Jeff Wright with that victory moves up to 15th. So they are right now in positions to make the chases. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winners above the top 20 in points. They would right now all make it in. The one winner that's below the top 20 points is Brandon Thunder, who's still down there 28th. He has to make it above 25th, as we've been mentioning, to have that win be used to get into the chase. And that 17, just winnings are only highlighted this season. They have not had a great season. They've had some bad breaks, and they just need some good ones to get above 25th in points. And then who knows, maybe they can keep clawing their way up the points and get within the first 10 winners. So, the next race will end out the Northeast Swing. It's the Pocono 200 at Pocono. See you guys then.